Only 3 countries in history have ever owned the original World Cup trophy, and then FIFA had to create a new one. The iconic golden trophy that millions of fans will see lifted in 2026 is not the trophy that Pelé and the first generation of World Cup legends celebrated with. In fact, the original trophy was retired more than 50 years ago, and only 3 countries in history ever earned the right to keep it. The story begins in 1930, when FIFA organized the first World Cup in Uruguay. To celebrate the new tournament, a special trophy was created by French sculptor Abel Lafleur. The design featured Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, holding a cup above her head. Years later, the trophy would become known as the Jules Rimet Trophy, named after the FIFA president whose vision helped turn the World Cup into a global competition. Unlike the modern trophy, the Jules Rimet Trophy came with an unusual rule. FIFA announced that any nation that won the World Cup 3 times would receive permanent ownership of the trophy. At the time, this seemed unlikely. Winning a single World Cup was already an enormous challenge, and no one knew whether any country would ever reach 3 titles. Over the following decades, only 3 nations managed to win the trophy at all. Uruguay became the first champion in 1930 and won it again in 1950. Italy lifted the trophy in 1934 and 1938, becoming the first nation to win back-to-back World Cups. Then came Brazil, led by a generation of extraordinary players. Brazil won the tournament in 1958 and again in 1962. That left the country 1 victory away from permanent ownership of the most prestigious trophy in football. The decisive moment arrived at the 1970 World Cup in Mexico. Brazil entered the tournament with a team many historians still consider one of the greatest ever assembled, featuring Pelé and a collection of world-class talent. Brazil defeated Italy 4-1 in the final and secured its 3rd World Cup title. With that victory, FIFA's rule took effect. Brazil was awarded permanent possession of the Jules Rimet Trophy, becoming the first and only nation to officially earn the right to keep it forever. The achievement created an unexpected problem for FIFA. The World Cup was growing rapidly, attracting larger audiences and becoming one of the most important sporting events on Earth. If the original trophy now belonged to Brazil, a new symbol would be needed for future tournaments. FIFA launched an international design competition, receiving dozens of proposals from artists around the world. The winning design came from Italian sculptor Silvio Gazzaniga, who created the trophy still used today. Unlike its predecessor, the new FIFA World Cup trophy would never be awarded permanently. Winning nations would receive replicas, while the original trophy would remain under FIFA's control. That decision ensured that no future champion could remove the trophy from international competition, regardless of how many titles they won. Yet the story of the original trophy was not over. Years before Brazil earned permanent ownership, the Jules Rimet Trophy had already made headlines when it was stolen in England before the 1966 World Cup. The trophy was eventually recovered by a dog named Pickles, whose discovery became one of the most famous stories in football history. But the second theft would have a very different ending. In 1983, while being displayed in Brazil, the Jules Rimet Trophy was stolen once again. This time, it was never recovered. Investigators believe it was likely melted down by thieves, although its ultimate fate remains one of football's greatest mysteries. As a result, the original World Cup trophy that crowned champions from 1930 to 1970 is gone forever. Today, with the 2026 FIFA World Cup set to bring millions of fans to stadiums across the United States, Mexico, and Canada, the modern trophy will once again become the center of the football world. If you enjoy uncovering fascinating facts and hidden stories, consider subscribing. We're still a small community of curious people. For now, thanks for watching.